we would like to introduce you to our Earth medium, Carolyn Page, who will guide you through the process of freedom from fear. We have much to say, as does our dearest Carolyn. May you join us in the journey your soul has intended for you. ABC of Spirit Talk is our website where much of your soul's journey is awaiting your discovery. Many blessings, dear one, many blessings. What shall we write about now, dearest? Shall we write and speak about the changes to come? Yes, I do believe that topic would be a very good topic indeed. Then, dearest, do go ahead. The changes, as I understand them, will bring great relief to the earth experience. In what manner, dearest? As we've written, the earth experience has, to date, been a replica of our earliest beginnings as souls or consciousness. And do tell, dearest, what were our earliest beginnings? As you, the collective consciousness, the CC, as I will now refer to you, has advised, our earliest beginnings were of angst and fear, isolation and separation. As I think upon this, I am reminded of many times within my own human experience when I have experienced these feelings and emotions. And what was the result of these experiences, dearest? The result of these experiences brought me, generally, to a state of depression. Depression, dearest? Yes, depression. And what is depression, dearest? For me, depression was almost a state of not existing. In what way, dearest? Depression isolates and separates one from others. Indeed it does, dearest, indeed it does. And this was the experience of our earliest beginnings and was the root of all change. Yes, indeed, dearest, it was this state of being that most found themselves experiencing all those millennia past. It was this that caused change. Without this experience, there could not have been change. Ironically, this experience, once overcome, initiates the process of change. It was this, dearest, that we, you and I, and the multitude of souls, consciousnesses, began to appreciate as the means to escape the angst and fear, isolation and separation. Yes, indeed, dearest, we repeat, it was the state of depression in which many of us found ourselves that eventually brought us out of our isolation into the beginnings of betterment. Can you explain this a little more? Look about you, dearest, at those who are suffering. They either become determined to experience better, or they succumb to their depressive state of mind and spiral downwards. Yes? Yes, I have witnessed this state of mind, yes. Yes, indeed, dearest. And this was the state of mind of many in our earliest beginnings. And what happened to change this state of being? We, some of us, began to appreciate the need for unity That is, we, many of us, began to understand that if we were to survive, we needed to become united in a joint effort. Without a joint effort, we would remain isolated and separated, with the inevitable result, depression and eventual death. When we speak of death for a soul or consciousness, we do not mean the death that you, dearest, experience upon the earth experience. No, dearest, we do not. As a soul or consciousness, death is impossible. We continue to be, dearest. However, the soul who remains isolated is experiencing a living death, as you understand it. They are incapable of uniting with others. They remain separate from others, living in a perpetual state of negativity. I have often thought of this over the years since you initially advised me of this. It must be a horrific state of mind. I know that I have experienced negativity with the resulting isolation it brings, and those experiences were devastating. However, in my experience of being human, I have always been able to gain relief from the depression and regain my normal sense of well-being. To think that there are souls or consciousnesses that do not regain or have a sense of well-being is almost impossible for me to consider. It seems such a waste. Indeed, dearest, a waste it is, and yet, to each his own, so to speak. We must allow all to choose their path. This seems so sad, and yet I do understand the premise of choice being the free will of all and subject to each individual. However, dearest, we were going to talk about the changes to come for the Earth experience, yes? Yes, we were. And yet, I do believe that an appreciation of our earliest beginnings is firstly needed so as our readers and our listeners can gain a full appreciation of the need for unity and the devastating effects of isolation. Indeed, dearest, isolation and separation have only one direction for consciousness: a downward spiral into negativity causing death. It can be no other way. Many blessings, dear hearts, many blessings to all.